Good morning, everyone. This is a Goldendale Garden update. I'm at 2,060 feet above sea level. And this is my update. This is near the end of July. And my best bed is the terra preta bed. I have done an assessment, and all the stuff in the terra preta bed is big and healthy and wonderful. I didn't really have to do anything to it. It just grows. My lettuces are getting big. I've been eating the bottoms. I picked the leaves off, and then it just keeps growing bigger. And I have some ripe tomatoes back there. My other beds, this is not terra preta. This was just a local compost that my husband bought for me. And it is not as well done. But it's still okay, I guess. I'm going to start transitioning all my beds to terra preta. And I will probably do a video on how to make it, how I make it anyway. Everybody does it different. There are many videos on YouTube about how to make terra preta. Like eggplant, I might take some of those. They're almost big enough to use. My mint isn't doing very well because this bed, my husband bought some supposedly compost from this place in the Dalles, and it had mostly sand in it. It is so compact that it's almost like cement, and none of the plants grow very well in it. So I don't recommend any sand in compost. If they're selling it, don't buy it. Get something that's 100% compost. And then you might get an inferior compost at that. So best way to do it is to do it yourself. This is also sandy. This one's sandy. This one is just local dirt with coconut coir over it. And it's not doing well because our local dirt is mostly clay. This was a compost that we made. It had a lot of cow manure in it, but it didn't have a lot of the other stuff that you put in terra preta. And I'm going to try to make some to put on the top as a top dressing later. But these are tomatoes that I planted from seed in April the 22nd. And they're doing well. They're getting blooms. These are Brandywine heirloom tomatoes. These are potatoes right here. They shouldn't be growing together, but that's where I put them. The other tomatoes that I planted at the same time in the local dirt are these, and they're not as big. They're barely growing. So I'll probably have to top dress with some kind of compost. These tomatoes are doing very well. It's getting very heavy. I had to tie them up to that fence. Anyway, this over here is a compost my husband bought, and it's okay, but it would be better if it was terra preta. I did find out what those flowers were. They're sunchokes, and they're supposed to be in this bed. I haven't been watering them very much. I did recently water them. But they're not supposed to escape like this, but they did. That's okay. Anyway, this bed is local dirt mixed with that compost my husband bought, and it is not doing as well. I'm definitely going to have to transition all my beds to terra preta. My cat laid on all my purple coneflowers, so they're all smashed down to the ground, but they're still trying to bloom. My carrots they look overgrown. I've been eating some of the carrots out of there. I did thin them out, but they're pretty good. They're very sweet, good. This is compost with local dirt mix. It's not terra preta in there. or in that one. And my artichoke is, I just let it bloom because I like the flowers. And if I ever get more of those and get more artichokes from it, I would probably use them for cooking. I like them in Italian food. And this is the asparagus that needs the top dressing of compost on the top this year. But I've been having trouble getting the dang grass out. I might just dig the whole thing up and take all the grass out and start over. Anyway, my blueberries are not doing well. I have no idea. I've tried to keep the grass out by putting cardboard over it. That helped a little bit. And I've got to figure out something for the acid-loving plants. I think terra preta would still do better for them. And this one didn't have any amendments, and it was just, I think it was dirt that we got from the bagged compost stuff, Miracle Grow stuff. That lasts for one season practically, and then it doesn't work anymore. So all of my beds have to be transitioned to terra preta if I want any good garden soil. A lot of people call that sort of elder soil. Somebody said, oh, there's a snake. I know a snake. They keep the insects out of the garden, but my cats are devastating them. Anyway, some of these beets are looking good. Can't wait to have buttered beets. That's gonna be good when they're done. That's a calendula flower. I love those. My zucchini and yellow squash, I had a heck of a time getting them started this year because of bugs eating them. I had to replant them 5 times. And they're sort of growing. They would do better with better soil. And these beans right here are the same beans in my terra preta bed. As you can see, they're not as big. They're not getting blooms yet. I'll show you again. Here's the terra preta bed. And these beans are much bigger. They already got blooms and they're doing really well. So I can't say enough about the terra preta. Anyway, later I'll do a video about how I make the terra preta. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Have a wonderful day. Happy gardening.